What's up YouTube, it is SA here and welcome to the second episode of our Create Mode series with Swansea City on FIFA 13. Now as you can see here we have our first friendly match, a match against Napoli, so it's a very challenging fixture for our first match and we did get off to the worst possible start here. As you can see Napoli kicking off and then straight away they put in a through ball there and straight away split my defence open, and then they finished well there with Insigne. In the second minute they went ahead. But I did try to bring out the goalkeeper, but he wasn't just fast enough. So that put them ahead. They 1-0 up. But before the half-time whistle, I did strike back with Danny Graham. The brilliant pass there from the midfield, and then a very good turn to finish that off, which made it 1-1. But then before half-time, it got worse for me. Very poor play there by me. I gave the ball away too easily, and then Cavani there from the midfield puts in a very good ball there to Insigne for his second goal. He wasn't going to miss that. A very good finish from him, and yeah, it was a case of poor defending from me as well. As you can see there, it split my defense right open there. Should have been a little bit more back, but that put them up 2-1, and so it did finish half time 2-1 to Napoli. And things got worse for me in the second half. Cavani putting in a very good header there in the 54th minute. That put them up 3-1. Again, a combination of very good play and a combination of poor defending from me. As you can see, I should have been marking him. You know, he was left with a free header, and it got worse for me in the 80th minute again. Unfortunately, he did rebound back to the player. But I think they deserved that goal because they were all over me in this half. And as you can see, I was a little bit unfortunate there as the ball bounced back to him, but that gave him the 4-1 lead. And so we did finish at the end of the match 4-1 to Napoli, and it got off to the worst possible start in that match. So we move on to the second match here against AS Nancy, our second friendly match of our season. And this match was a lot better than the first time. You know, I was passing the ball a lot better. Our link-up play was a lot better, and most of all, our defending was a lot better. But I was kind of struggling up front. You know, that finishing touch, that finishing pass, I was missing that, and that's what I needed to complete our goal, to get our goal. But unfortunately, that just didn't seem to happen in the first half, and so it did finish 0-0. Against AS Nancy, and then in the second half then AS Nancy came back with a brilliant shot there, brilliant ball and a brilliant shot, but thankfully Vorm saved well, and then again in the 62nd minute he saved well again. He kept me in the game, but then Dyer put in a brilliant ball there to Graham, and then it was a poor shot, a poor finish from him, but then in the 70th minute Dyer put in a ball there, get a bit fortunate with the defender, and then a brilliant finish there from Graham. Makes up for his miss later, early in this game, and that gave him 2 goals in 2 games for him, and I was really pleased with his performance overall in this game. And then Routledge then came in with a brilliant run and puts in a very good goal there, a very good right foot shot in the bottom right corner, very good finish, and I was very pleased with him in this match. As you can see, he makes a very good run, and then what a finish there, bottom right corner, couldn't ask for more. And so we did finish 2-0 there. Very good, solid performance by me. So our third and final match here, as you can see, was against ES Troyes, and they did get off to a brilliant start here, going through our defence, but Laura defended well and kept me in the game. And then it got worse then in the 12th minute because I conceded a penalty, which is not what you want to do. And Vorm saved the penalty well here, which you'll see. Very good save from him, but he just can't hold on to the ball and gives it straight back to Nivert, who finishes well. And then before half time, I do have a chance here with Michu, but unfortunately he hits it straight at the goalkeeper, which gave Troyes the lead, and which kept their lead at the half time whistle. But in the second half, I did get a few opportunities, but so did they. I didn't really recover from the first goal. As you can see, Troyes were all over me in the second half. In the 65th minute, they should have scored. Vorm kept me in the game. As you can see, that they were I was very lucky there not to be 2-0 down. But then I did get punished then later in the game. In the 90th minute, there was some brilliant play by them. F. Kames there finishing well to put Troyes up 2-0 in the game, and gave them a well-deserved lead. But it was also a case of poor defending, which I really need to improved before our first Premier League game, and so it did finish 2-0 at the end, 2-0 to Troyes, and a very disappointing performance from me, and hopefully I could do better in our Premier League game. So our first Premier League game was against a very good QPR side. As you can see that they have some very good names in there, Bobby Zamora, Julio Cesar, but I got off to a very good start here. As you can see here, Danny Graham, and then gets a shot off, but it rebounds to Pablo Hernandez, who I put on for this game. And what a finish that was. As you can see here, Danny Graham takes the shot, but it bounced back, and Pablo Hernandez finishes well in the left corner there, and that gave me the lead. And then Dyer then puts in a brilliant ball there to Danny Graham. Look at that ball. I do get a little bit fortunate with the defender as he just pushes him away and falls to the floor. But then look at that finish from Danny Graham. They're just placing it below the legs of Julio Cesar, and it was a case of poor defending and poor goalkeeping there. But you can't take anything away from Gray in there. What a finish, just sliding it underneath the goalkeeper, and that gave me a 2-0 lead. And then things got better then in the 20th minute. Look at that for the finish. Danny Graham with a brilliant finish there, which gave him the second goal of the game. Very good ball there, and then Danny Graham just running past the defender, and then look at that for the finish, bottom left corner, which gave me a deserved 3-0 lead. And then Pablo Hernandez then finishing well in the 44th minute, right before the half-time whistle, bottom right corner. Look at that for a right foot strike between the legs there of the defender, and the goalkeeper just couldn't stop that one. You look at that again, through the defender's legs. Goalkeeper could not stop that one, and that gave me the lead of 4-0. And I did just have to check the sliders because I thought this is too good to be true. How am I scoring so easily? As you can see, the sliders are on normal. Everything's on normal, just to prove to you guys. But that gave me the 4-0 lead at half time, and things did get better for me. As you can see there, Danny Graham getting his hat-trick with a brilliant strike, brilliant right foot strike there. And I just couldn't help but feel Julio Cesar was having a very poor game behind the goal because I was scoring way too easily. But just before 70 minutes there, in the 69th minute, they do get one goal back. Very poor defending there from me. I should have stopped that, but they did get one back, which made it 5-1. And then they did get a second one back. I don't know what happened there. It just bounced off the goalkeeper's hands, and then gave him another goal there. Very unfortunate to concede that goal. Bobby Zamora there finishing well, but like I said, I was a bit unfortunate there to concede that. For some reason I just couldn't get any more goals in that game. But it did finish there 5-2, a very good positive start from me in the Premier League. So our second game of the Premier League campaign got underway against West Ham. As you can see, Pablo Hernandez there putting in a very good shot there, but equally was the goalkeeper's save. But then Andy Carroll there in the 12th minute puts in a very good header and gets unfortunate with the post, but then finishes well. As you can see here, he does what he does best. He is very good in the air. Look at that for a header. He does get unfortunate with the post, but he finishes well. And then he does get a bit unfortunate there in the 20th minute. He misses the goal, but then so do I there with Leon Britton there before the half-time whistle blows to signal 1-0 West Ham to Swansea City at half-time. And then Dyer then puts in a pass to Danny Graham. I tried the finisher, and look at that, what a goal there on his left foot, Danny Graham. His fourth goal in his second game of the Premier League campaign. What a finish there by Danny Graham. He has got off to a brilliant start, and I did defend well in the game, which I was very pleased about, as I didn't really defend well in the friendlies, and so we did finish. The whistle did blow in the 90th minute, and it did finish 1-1, which I was very pleased about because that was a very tough game for me, but I was pleased to get out that with a draw. And then I did get a message from the assistant manager about players leaving on international duty, and obviously the big one there is Michael Vaughan, my number one choice goalkeeper, but I wasn't too concerned about that because I didn't have the hardest of fixtures coming up, and it was the beginning of the Premier League season. So at the end of this episode, I'm just going to show you how the Premier League table looks. As you can see, Chelsea in first, and I am in third position. They're just 2 points behind Chelsea, so a very good positive start for me. And if you want to see this journey continue, please hit that subscribe button, and please leave this video a like to show your support, and please feel free to comment in the section below. Thanks for watching, guys.